Hi everybody, this is Dr. Vivaswan. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have decided to talk about antibiotics in general and how to go about making sure that you're using them only when they are required. From now on, I will be making two videos. One will be in English as always, and I'll also be making one video in Hindi for those who cannot understand my English videos. So if you are forwarding these videos to someone who might need them, you can always recommend either of them. So starting off, I have a few points in front of me. So the main topic is rational use of antibiotics. So first, let's understand what is the role of antibiotics to begin with. Okay, so antibiotics that are usually used are those that work against bacteria, and they are basically antibacterial medicines. There are medicines for viruses and fungi, and they are called as antivirals and antifungals, but what I am talking about specifically is the antibacterials. So from now on, I'll call them antibiotics. They work specifically on bacteria alone. They help the body's immune system to fight these bugs by either killing them directly or stopping their proliferation, and hence helping the body to cope up with killing them in time, and hence eliminating it from the system. What is the current use scenario of this? Unfortunate truth behind this is that there's a lot of irrational use of antibiotics happening these days, especially now in India specifically. They are available easily over the counter, and there's a lot of self-medication happening by a lot of parents in case of children and adults in case of themselves as well. Now antibiotics have somehow become a part of the first visit prescriptions. So people come with 1 day of fever, and the prescription already has antibiotics in them, which really doesn't make sense. A lot of these are most of the time viral infections that really do not need antibiotics. That is the antibacterial. You must be wondering what is the harm, right? So let's talk about the harmful effects. Now antibiotics are meant to kill or deter the proliferation of bacteria. Now these bacteria also include those that are commensals in the body. What are commensals? They are good bacteria of the body that help the immune system and the body's defense mechanisms from getting infected with other opportunistic diseases and preventing certain problems as well. These also get killed when you use antibiotics, especially when there is no bacteria in the system, as in the infective bacteria. The antibiotic in the system is going to find something to attack, and that will be your body's own good bacteria. And now this leads to problems such as diarrhea in patients who are on certain antibiotics, and a lot of other issues. Even fungal growth happens because bacteria in the system fight and compete against the fungi, and fungi are opportunistic. So when the good bacteria are taken out of the picture, there is nothing stopping the fungi, and they can proliferate in the body. Also, there is a development of resistant strains of these bacteria, which will eventually not be affected by these antibiotics at all. So when there will be a need for them, we won't have an antibiotic that works. Coming to the future problems with such a practice is that with rise in antibiotic use, there will be a rise in resistant strains of bacteria, as I already told you, and we'll need more and more types of antibacterials to fight these resistant strains. The problem with these antibacterials is that the newer generations can have more side effects, and they are not as effective as the first generation in certain cases. So preserving these antibiotics by using them rationally is just going to help us secure our future. Also, these newer generations of antibiotics are expensive, and we can say that we have a shortage of antibiotics at this point, and soon we'll run out of antibiotics to use, especially the ones that will actually make a difference. Lastly, what should be an ideal practice, especially you as parents or as patients yourself should look into, is that first and foremost, always question your doctor, especially in the use of antibiotics. Ask them why are the antibiotics being prescribed. Remember that they are not to be given for possible infection or possible bacterial infection, or even for prevention of infections. There are certain special cases where the child is severely ill and might need to be admitted before giving antibiotics. You cannot give these children antibiotics at home, so that is a different case altogether. But on OPD basis practice, that is home treatment practices, antibiotics should have a focus of infection, or at least a proof of bacterial infection before being administered. I really hope this helps you be a little more vigilant and a little more proactive in the care of your child, especially in terms of medications. Question everything and get wiser by the day. If you found value in this, please do like and share this with your friends and family, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.